Can I tell you a story about that? It's a long story, but I'm going to really shorten it. Sold me a book called A Soul's Journey. So he's out of body at night in different realms. And I had like, I want this to happen to me. I want this. So it did. And I was hanging out with Shirley MacLaine. I was given this little liqueur by this guy in this turban. And then I'm sitting at a table with Shirley MacLaine and a whole lot of people. And I'm holding this liqueur. And I said, can you drink when you're not embodied? And she goes, yeah, of course you can drink when you're not embodied. I said, do you get drunk? You know, I'm asking her on the flip side because she's still embodied and she was.
Sure.
But she said, you can't get drunk, but what you can do is you can remember the sensation and you can recreate it.
Now that's fascinating because, Karen, a couple of things. One is I drove Shirley around one day while she was at Burbank, and I'm good friends with her brother. But you can access that event, and I've had some really great success with. I'm doing these guided meditations with people, and I take them to their council, and then while we're going through the council members, I ask, is anybody teaching a class? And sometimes they'll tell me, I'm taking a class or I'm teaching a class, and then I'll say, can we go and visit that classroom? And now they describe the class, how many students are there, they describe the environment, what it looks like. So you can revisit that event with Shirley and say, take me to the class that you teach. She may teach many, but you can say one, let's just go to that one class and please show me an event that happened in class where I learned something.
Well, what she's interesting when you were talking, what she's saying, what her team is saying, I said, is Shirley on my council? And they said, well, she was. Because at the time that you had that experience, you were having your awakening experience. You were learning, like she said, is there any coincidence? Mine were the first books you ever picked up. She said that her books and her mission was to activate people to their spiritual. And that's kind of her, like, I'm going to wake you up. So, these books are going to wake you up.